Hi, my name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to go through and budget my second paycheck of March. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so today we do have a lot to talk about. So I will try not to make this too long, but you know, I like to chat. I have nearly $2,200 to budget. This is mostly from my paycheck, but I did complete a bank bonus, and so that's included in here. It's $450. We're gonna start by budgeting that out because that is going straight into my solo trip. If you're new here and don't know, I've been doing my best to fund this future solo trip with bank bonuses, and then I sold one thing on eBay, and that's all going into this sinking fund to eventually take a solo trip. My initial plan was to go on this trip this year. I was thinking like a Florida trip just by myself in May, but I've decided to postpone that, maybe try to save a little bit more, and I don't know. It doesn't feel like the right time for me to go, maybe next year. So we'll see how that goes. At some point I know I've talked about this before, but I will do a quick video on churning and earning those bank bonuses and credit card churning as well, because my boyfriend and I do that a lot. The majority, I would say over $2,100 or close to $2,100 of that came from big bonuses. So I do a fair amount of those. I think I've kind of reached my limit. This is pretty much like the last one that I was able to find that I haven't done before. Sometimes you have to wait a couple of years before you qualify again. So I think I may have to like chill out for a while, but even so, $2,000 in like 2-ish years, not bad. Okay, the rest of this is my second paycheck of the month. Normally I like to go into the next month and finish funding the month, since I do try to be a month ahead. Typically I am, but because I am overspent in 10 categories, I want to make sure I have enough money, and I should, but I want to make sure I get those covered. So let's just go ahead and take care of that before we go into April and finish funding April. So first up, I want to start with the interest and fees, and the reason I'm starting with that is because once I take care of that, I should take care of the overspending and credit card payments, but I don't know for sure, so I want to do that first. This is just, I forgot to pay a credit card on time, and I did get a late fee and interest. This always happens to me once a year. It's so infuriating. It's just poor money management. I just had so much going on in March, and I just wasn't on top of it like I normally would be. So I got a few dollars in interest hit my account, and then the late fee was waived because this is not normal for me. I didn't ask about the interest. I don't know if that's possible, but I thought less than $3, it's okay, I'll deal with it. The remaining is a yearly credit card fee from my oldest credit card. It's one that I don't really use anymore. I just kind of keep it active because it's the oldest credit card I have. I'm afraid to close it. I'm okay with it. If eventually I buy a home, at that point I will close this card out, but for now we'll just go ahead and keep it running. It's just the cost of, living. Yep, that did go ahead and wipe out my credit card overspending and reduce my overspend categories from 10 to 8. So that is a relief. I have overspending in my cell phone bill by 3 cents. That happened last month as well. So that tells me that I should edit my target to 93.20. So let's move me. Save target. So then next month it'll ask me for 93.20 instead of the 93.17, and we don't have this issue again. So let's go ahead and take care of that with ready to assign. Sweet. And then Amazon Prime, I split with my sister and our friend. This is my third. It was more than I had planned, clearly. So I want to make sure the next year I save up at least $50. So let's go ahead and cover that as well. All right, so this one's interesting because normally I have money left over in all of these categories that I can move around. I have extra money at the end of the month, but this year I have gone over budget. I typically assign $300 in the food category, but in all of my categories I've spent $362.69. So as you can see, I'm well over my allotted amount. The only reason I can think of, I guess we did eat out a little bit more than normal, but it is a 5-weekend month. So just one more weekend of groceries, one more weekend of eating out. It is what it is. I did lower both of my targets considerably. And then the delivery pulls from the dining out category. So this is just for tracking purposes. Normally I would cover this with the dining out money, but obviously there's not enough. And so let's come back to this because I'm going to see if there's any money in treats or work lunches to take care of this. And then for miscellaneous, spoons, shipping envelopes, because I have to sell some things this upcoming month. Oh, and I did buy a Break Your Budget Fire spreadsheet. She came out with a Financial Independence Retire Early spreadsheet that I was so curious about, and I couldn't control myself. I normally wouldn't spend money on these type of templates that everybody has. Everybody comes out with a template themselves, and so I was just so curious about this one, so I had to buy one when she came out with it. So I spent the $20. It was on sale, so I was over by $640. Let's go ahead and cover that with ready to assign. And then today, right before this video, I took my first divvy of the year, which is just like an electric bike. With my yearly membership, it's heavily discounted, so I only spent 80 cents on this. It's free to unlock, and then it's discounted for the per minute rate. So ready to assign. All right, so let's go back to March and take care of these. I do have some money in work lunches and in treats. Yeah, let's use all of it and see what happens. I think that should be okay. Let's send all of this to move to groceries. Okay. And then we're going to cover this with treats. Okay, and then move the rest to dining out. Okay, perfect. And then we'll go ahead and snooze these because we don't want to send more money to these since we've taken money out to fund the other ones. We have one more overspend category, which is in reimbursements, and it's money my sister owes me. It's honestly just a few dollars. She placed an order at Old Navy and used my Gap card to place the order. And she sent me money, but it wasn't enough to cover the full order. I wonder if once everything posts and it's like nothing's pending anymore, if it will zero out. So I'm just leaving it for now, and then we'll see what happens. So perfect. So that should be good in March. We'll go ahead and take the rest into April and finish funding things. So for bills, we'll send $783.50 to cover rent, utilities, cell phone, electric bill, the gym. And this will actually be our last month saving, like paying for the gym. So it's super exciting. We've decided to cancel the gym first. Oh, let's take a look. $93.20. Fantastic. So hopefully next month that won't be a category that I have to deal with, being overspent. We'll send $50.06 to subscriptions and fees, which is all of my streaming, Netflix, Hulu, everything. And then just the various memberships that I have, including the Divvy one. And credit cards. Amazon Prime. Let's take a look here. So this will save me $46.34. Let's go ahead and edit this target. Let's do 55 in case it goes up. Okay, so it's gonna make me save 72 cents more. Perfect. So now that is fully funded. And then the rest should be good. For food, we'll send $180. So what do? I am considering increasing these. I'm really not sure what to do with food because right now, if I send 180, that means I have 175 for groceries, 125 for dining out, 30 and 30 for treats and work lunches, which is just not enough. I think work lunches and treats are okay, but dining out and groceries aren't. I don't think it's enough. My next video is going to be a review of my Q1 expenses. And I guess I'll have a better idea once I have a chance to review how much I spent those months. But even if it's less, I think I might increase it because it feels so tight. Like I just don't have any room for like anything, but I guess we'll see. I'll just fund based on the targets right now and then adjust with my next paycheck. I might have to come back to April and just send a little extra, and that's fine. So for now, we'll just fund based on this. Okay, variable expenses, we'll send $57.50 for entertainment, ride share, Divvy, which is the first one funding that this year or ever because it's a new category, miscellaneous, and then household consumables. Perfect. Gabby Improvement Fund will get $182.50 to fund everything else. I still have not spent my birthday money, so I'm waiting for the store to open to get what I want. So it's sitting there until I do. I have backup options, but I'm really trying to get some things, so we'll see. We'll see when it opens. It's supposed to be spring, so like spring of this year, so it's supposed to be opening like any day now. Shopping and hobbies are the categories that I am gonna reevaluate the target on. So again, we'll do that with Q1 recap. And then the only other category that has a target is the medical category, which I am just sending $10 to. So plus 10. Awesome. So that should mean that, yeah, $31.95. That should mean that April is fully funded with the exception of money that my sister will send me for the various streaming. All right, let's go back to April and start assigning the rest of this money that we have here. I'm not gonna send money to Amazon Prime because the money came out this month, so I need to start saving in April for next year. So I think I'm just gonna snooze this because I'm not sure, I don't know. Oh yeah, going back to food. So today's the 30th, it's Sunday, tomorrow's the 31st, and we have done like the big grocery haul for the weekend, but we do still have to go to Aldi to pick up a couple of things. I am going to assign just like, I think $15, to groceries, just for the couple of things that we need to pick up, and that should be enough. And I know that food, I mean, that will be like, it'll have to happen like today probably because tomorrow's Monday and typically I don't know. I need stuff for tomorrow morning for breakfast, so it'll probably have to happen today. I'm not gonna dine out tomorrow. I typically either bring food or every Monday they provide food at work, so that's fine. We're not gonna eat out tomorrow either. So salmon night, Monday night is salmon night at our house, so that's good. Yeah, I think that's really the only category that needed money in terms of like everyday spending. All right, the rest of this goes towards various sinking funds. Now here's the issue. Since we've last talked for my last budget with me, I did mean to film a video because I did get my bonus. I haven't done anything with the money. I have not touched it, but I haven't put it into my YNAB yet, which I know is not good. It's just I'm waiting for my raise to go into effect and reflect on my paycheck, which will be in my next one, because I want to see how I'm going to handle things. And so I will add it to my YNAB before end of like the Q1 recap, just because I want my income to reflect accurately. I don't know, I just wasn't ready to deal with that. But anyways, since my last video 2 weeks ago, the number of things that I have added to my calendar over the next 3 months is unreal. I don't know what happened. Q1 was really like slow, like we really didn't have anything planned. It was not a great like few months for me, like personally or at work. I had just an insane amount of work. I don't know. Miserable. Let's hope that's behind us, but who knows really. All right, let's look at April. My boyfriend's sister is coming, not this upcoming week. She's coming on the 11th. We're gonna dog sit while she goes to a work thing, and then comes back, picks up her dog, and then she leaves. But she will be here for a few days. The day after she leaves, my dad is coming for a week and a half, and he'll be here the full time. I'll probably take a few days off so we hang out with him, and then a few days he'll be in the apartment by himself. But that's just like a lot of eating out and activities and just having someone in the house, which is exhausting. As much as I love my dad, it's just having someone else and you're just not in your routine and everything. It can be tiring. So there's that. It's also my boyfriend's birthday in April, so we have a few like meals planned for that. We're going to this really fun and fancy steakhouse when his sister's here. Not for steaks, because I've decided I don't really like steaks at steakhouses. I just don't know that that's for me, because I just don't know that I can really tell when a steak is good, But they have other cool things, and the vibe is really cool. It's called The Vets. And we're gonna go collect on some free meals for his birthday as well. So there's all that. So that's April. So pretty much from the 11th until the end of the month, busy. Then in May is when like travel and stuff starts. We are going to go to a tulip festival in Michigan. Still trying to figure out when. Right now we're thinking the second weekend in May, but potentially the first. TBD. We haven't booked anything or anything like that. We're also going to Charlotte for a golf tournament the third weekend in May, and then my boyfriend has his annual golf trip with his friends. So he'll be gone for an entire week, and I'll be home by myself, so I might take a day or two off to just be by myself in the apartment, which is always nice. So that will also be like a few weeks in May that we're super busy. What was looking like a slow year all of a sudden started to fill up, starting with April. April and May right now are seeming to be really busy, as you can tell, and I'm sure the rest of the year will start filling up as we get closer to those dates. But all of that to say is that with boyfriend's sister visiting, my dad visiting, my brother and sister-in-law visiting, I'm sure my sister will drop by at some point. My sinking fund priority is now changing. So these are the ones that we've completed. The focus was home goods, and moving were the third priority, travel being the fourth, and visitors being the fifth. Now it's going to have to be 3, 4, 5, with home goods 6, I guess. 6, and then so on. Just everything moving down. Yeah, I wish I would have had money prepared. I always knew this. I always think about this, and I just haven't done it. I always want to have money in the visitor category, just kind of sitting there waiting for times like this. And I just haven't done it. And so with that in mind, let's take a look again. So moving's the biggest priority, but really right now, immediate is visitors. I just can't send all my money to visitors without thinking about moving, because that's coming up and it's going to be an expense. I can tell my dad, no, we're not going out to eat, or, you know, he can pay or something, but I can't not move, you know? And so these two right here is where we're going to focus our attention. Let's go ahead and send $100 to moving. Let's send $200 to visitors. I'll get paid on the 11th, and then when my dad's here. Okay. And we'll send $60 to visitors and the $278 to holding. So that we're also going to increase this to $500. I don't know what happened. It's like when my boy Sarah visits, I just don't think we'll spend a ton. We'll spend some, you know, going out to eat and stuff, but she's also here. She'll be working, she'll be out, you know, with her work thing. That won't be too bad. My dad's here for 10 days, so it will be, or whatever, however long that is. That will, yep, that's gonna cost money. Although he's like, no, I don't want to go out to eat all the time, blah, blah, blah. But like, what else is there to do? Because if the weather is not great, then all you can really do is like go out to eat, you know? I asked him to wait like another month, and he was just like desperate to come and spend time with us, which is cute, you know? I love him, but I wish he would have waited till it was warmer, more guaranteed like sun in Chicago. Like in April, it could snow, or it could be like 75 degrees. Who knows? I honestly have no idea what it's going to be like. Have to figure out a budget for Charlotte. And then when my brother comes to visit, I have to figure out how long he'll be here for. Is he going to spend more time like with me in the city, or more time with his friend wherever she is? I think her thing is more like in the suburbs, so TBD. I was feeling so hopeful with the last budget with me, but all of a sudden, like, these things are coming up and they're like fun things. I'm just not prepared for them. But I do have my bonus, which is a good thing. So I know I'll be fine regardless. It's just going to, like, I'm gonna have to pivot, and I have to be okay with that. I'm just not gonna be able to spend it exactly how I want. I'm gonna have to pivot to cover some of these things that are a little bit unexpected, and that's okay. You know, it's fine. But when I do my bonus budget with me, which won't be for a little bit, I'll go into more detail. I have some news to share, and I want to go into detail about how I plan to handle my bonus. And I guess it won't be like a budget with me. I don't know. You'll see. But that will be coming up in the next few weeks. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Bye.